second half of the NFL season is here, and those young QBs are putting on a show. But who's the best team? This is when we separate the pretenders from the contenders. And you can follow that story every Sunday with the NFL on CBS.
Here's our Week 10 matchup look ahead. We're going to start with the Los Angeles Chargers, who might have the worst luck in the NFL, traveling all the way to Miami to play the Dolphins, the Fighting, Tua Tagovailoas. Listen, I don't know if the Chargers, they put up so many points, right? But they just seem to have the worst luck at the end of games. Unfortunately, I think they're going to have a little bit of that this week as well. I think the Dolphins are trending up. They see what's going on with the Patriots and realize that they can make a push for the playoffs. I think that's why they made the switch to Tua. While the Chargers are an offensive force right now, let's not underestimate that defense in Miami. Those guys are playing like gangbusters right now, and they're understanding that they got to play complementary football for their young rookie quarterback in Tua, and they're scoring touchdowns on defense now. This is the second week in a row that they had a fumble return for a touchdown. I think Tua played pretty well in the desert last week. I think he's only going to continue to improve, and I'm taking the Dolphins. Our next matchup is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are favored by 4.5 points this week. Let's talk about the Panthers first. They're a great team. They're so close. They're probably the best 3-6 team in football right now, but they just can't seem to get over the hump. I don't think this week's any different. They might be without Christian McCaffrey and that shoulder injury, so I'm taking the Bucs all the way. I know they didn't look good against the Saints last week, but the next few weeks, the Bucs are really fighting for their playoff lives after those 2 losses to the Saints. I doubt they can win their division, so what they're going to have to do is rack up a bunch of wins and guarantee themselves the wild card, which will be a different position for Tom Brady than he's traditionally used to as the division champ. But nonetheless, I don't see Tom Brady losing 2 games in a row. Plus, the Bucs are coming in as a 4.5-point favorite on the road, which is a little strange, but I'm going to take it. Our next matchup, the Buffalo Bills, coming in at 7-2, are traveling all the way out to the desert to face the 5-3 Arizona Cardinals. I like what the Cardinals did last week, but I just don't know if they're for real. I feel like they beat a lot of weaker teams in the league. Kyler's as great of a runner as he is, and all the records he's breaking as a quarterback, he's still prone to fumble the ball. That's been prevalent this year, and that's really hurt them. And then when you look at the Buffalo Bills, man, Josh Allen is playing out of his head. He was inspired last week and, went off against the Seahawks. I think he continues that run this week. I know the Arizona Cardinals are favored by 2 at home. I just see the Buffalo Bills going in there and winning by at least a touchdown. Our final matchup is the 6-2 Baltimore Ravens traveling to Foxborough to take on the 3-5 New England Patriots. The Patriots are too inconsistent. They were in way too close of a game against the Jets. They should have thumped them. And on Monday night, they didn't look very consistent. Cam had to make some incredible plays. I don't see that translating against the Baltimore defense. They're too tough. They're too strong. I think their pass rush is way too strong. It's going to give Cam problems. And I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball very well against that defense as well. Lamar Jackson's going to go off. Baltimore's on the road with a 7-point advantage. I think they win by at least 7. I'm looking at maybe 10 points in their victory this weekend.